okayfm 101.7.
Me kwaba ye be kan no asem na me kwaba
la ya did you Tamakloe about man so
about man so
so wa man so
yeah
yo
lo me mo ati
Welcome me.
na boko de
What the other room out? I went to avoid the fact that
me ba jo eye
I don't know, it's a bit clear about the band.
me ba jo eye
Yes.
eyi akwa bi Jesus sa na yare no woti na ni no wose wu de wose wu ni pase nua so sa ye bi ma fe hu ni clear
That means
me da se lo eyi edu Boahene issue no aba no me pese walk us through legal kakra attorney general ede ne charges ne niema waye nyina no press conference wode betudwa eno mo na papa no so de ne dia aba abonten se national security nsam de yemfa mpie ba attorney general de pie wo bra wonim se yemfa national security nsam mpie dia wono so wonso munye ene wono ba kire ye se mrashe bedwan kwa committee constitutional and legal committee of parliament sika wa mo je ye to pass that national signals bureau bill no wodi nyina betu dwa wodi bi koma anwan de bi koma anwan na chese o pa chire mu kura den ranking we attorney general Dr. Ayeni ne kura no na chese wono kura no sika no ekosi ni so ene wo chema enkrofo ene niema wa chire mu de abai enkomo yi emre moto sai
yo, welcome. Ordinary, I said, and yeah, the other when come up. When being
Debbie
I some no for that court.
I subjudicate yeah
Exactly. But according to the lawyer, the accused person, Ankasa is of the actor. And the best the media. Now, by inviting public commentary on the subject matter. Now, this on Mankasa as the no and the two public debate. We're opening the matter up for all kinds of commentary. Now, welcome. We shall see where you left off. First of all, from 2017, through 2024, the Honorable Dr. Dominic Ayeni now on the ranking on the constitutional and legal affairs.
okay
No one yet. So it is just not possible that everybody, a disika, a man, no. Not on yet the ranking on the constitutional legal affairs committee of Parliament. Now Dr. Ayeni, the chairman of the subsidiary legislation committee of Parliament. Subsidiary legislation committee deal with LIs, CIs, and non-government. Substantive act. It is the one we say, Emrano, aside constitution, your act of Parliament.
sure
Yes, the FNO instruments. Instruments, no, under Article 11(7) of the 1992 Constitution. Now, the parliamentary group responsible for that the form of subsidiary legislation committee. Subsidiary. It will be a constitution that can say, wow. Constitutional create you can make some laws. If you are electoral commission, they creating new districts or the instruments on voter registration. Or say the subsidiary legislation committee. If the minister be able to me under an act of parliament. I don't know what they call subsidiary legislation committee. But a compulsory substantive law, it does say a man here the record a joint committee. It will be a cyber security, a record will be a defense and interior committee. Because it's a bill. In the matter at hand, we share the letter now, Miami Senior, Atachia, Echoya, or the other two, Ghana. Salon, the Security and Intelligence Act. The Security and Intelligence Act is a 2020 legislation. Nana do Danso Kufado attempted law in October 2020. But that's October 2020. It didn't go through the subsidiary legislation committee. So that's the first line we have to completely deal with. But for me, Mema can say, Sebio, the first 8 years, what I was doing, one of my projects had to do with criminal defense. But that had to do with criminal defense. I understand how this thing is done. So I was lawyer and NCA board members assembly. I was lawyer in Sagreme. I was lawyer in the Associations matter. And many other matters.
We are Gary was who did Papa Biana Omoloya no. Hey, what Jabako? Okay, away. Jomo MP.
Look, I create the more matter in Sinanam
and no, only a Gary problem, they say. Oh, yeah, photo na ya na mutan, na ye serious.
Maybe a guy will be a Mechiano. We want what the propaganda folder and obey for the brother.
It's you, bro.
It's now, yeah, I could bring now say because I didn't create subsidiary legislation, you know. And where this is substantive bill, and then it is enacted into law. Me know is here. I've heard the then ranking on the Defense and Interior Committee Parliament, Miami Senior, the Honorable James Agalga. You know what say? A more Parliament, a passé, the Security and Intelligence Act. They used to be the old Act, 1995 or so. But another or yes, so on the San Rano. And see, another they are sentenced to it in October 2020. Two, the National Signal Bureau Act, NCA 2020 legislation. That's coming. Serious. Some men could not do wine. That's what you need. Some men obey the director or whatever of the National Signal Bureau. It's the most important thing. After 2020, was he the director? Did he become the director general of the Signal Bureau in 2020? Now, God coming, with you by way of public at the risk that I won't be in contempt.
Okay.
I won't go into
the substantive.
What exactly is the case of the attorney? one take the case of the attorney general here, you can't appreciate what exactly is going on. Attorney general case is very simple. Was it you? Somewhere between January and March, but it's you, 2020. That branch here, yes or no, from Medjugorje. Only the lead companies enter into a contract. $7 million. They under supply cyber security equipment and the installation of Anyama. Okay. Now, that is the lead company. The entire $7 million. But what that?
Meet your law.
The entire money. The amount 25%. I think say $1.5 million or something. She can't enter, but just you with a check. She can't company account. Now, welcome. Mommy, just a few seconds. Let me explain something.
Me patch meet you.
What we say, national security was 3 weeks. Not a war, national security brigade.
I a stadium chair no.
Stadium in town. And now, almost was the FN of BNI. Now almost NIP. It is the hardcore intelligence part, in a BNI. It is almost the Bureau of National Investigation. And now almost the first type of national security the friend of that time now almost friend of Bureau of National Communication. What's the name? Bureau of National Communication. The short form is BNC. You see, we have BNI, BNC. So there's Bureau of National Investigation and then Bureau of National Communication. So there's a BNC. There is a BNI, and then there is a national security. What was that?
Me too, pa.
It is BNC, BNC. I'm not a cohort. Una okay company. Una okay company. Now look at the name of the company. BNC Communication Limited. One thing here, over here, a band BNC, it is over kind of 1 minute, It is okay, despite media group. It is a DMG. So that's it. And yourself on the despite, yeah. And now I want to work as the general manager of Despite Group or Despite Media Group. And now, on the answer of that one, Despite, I appoint you general manager. Oh, buy you. And I want to work with the company. One man making a claim. You can say, Despite Media Group, Why you know? DMG Communication Limited. But
me van say me wa hey na me nya marketing adwuma presenter na me ye na obi epese woni Despite Media Group adwuma na me no makote company maye no Despite Media Communications Limited. Signatory no me dia.
It's why say me ya. What you say? Yourself on this ya.
Me as agent in madam me ho be principal.
Fantastic. It's hard you. A branch here, I friend of Parliamentary. What could company to limit a buying Bureau of National Communication? It will one draw the full name by BNC Communications Limited. Or transfer with a check. Now, what we say, the thing with check, no, say, the living paper trail. The photocard open digital footprint. Remember, check is here, now we see our two accounts. The evidence will be there. The account narrative will show, say, on these days, EDG and mouth. So and so amount through check number. If you check number, you have the show also. Into the money over 30-something million. O movie directly. What I get from the National Signal Bureau, quote unquote, then Bureau of National Communication account. Now to the private BNC communication account for the check. Now this is where we get the trick. The BNC, only one is shareholder of the BNC communication. The private company, only one is shareholder. Another company. Now this company is called Advantage Solutions. Now, what is that?
Matthias Sepalo.
Into this BNC Communication Limited, the shareholder and now only for now incorporating this company. It's another company called Advantage Solutions. Now, question: why did the shareholder of this company are referring to Advantage Solutions? Mr. Dubois. What does that say?
Me too, pa.
It's not only this private company is traceable to him and the wife.
And the wife.
Yes.
But be a law or this kind of Mate.
This Advantage Solution was first incorporated in 2008. It's that's basically what it is. And only for a branch through new lawyer and a better. Now, I didn't get to America on the secret. I go to Ghana. I didn't have them before. Sorry. Hey, because according to my president-elect, the cow and I should go. And so Parliamentary Committee of almost 480,000 as visa. I thought so never go to our open before. But this is where we get it. The transaction with the release was in 2020. And by 2023, we're closing accounts. The payment now all claiming of. What if some happened in 2024? What's the connect? What's the connect? Shikana Echo account in the Parliament passed Emrano somewhere September, October 2020. The check, second one happened in March 2020. where is the connect? Where is the connect?
But papa no so ska werum ni ade nyina so provide answers. Ebra wo kire ye dem de come parliament de ye de ye we de activities.
No, bra Kwame. One who said the thing with criminal law because of the higher threshold go beyond reasonable doubt. The charges are very important.
Okay.
So for instance, a prosecutor will not charge you for fraud when the actual stealing. Wouldn't be because fraud anything are almost the only distinction is that in stealing you take without consent. In fraud, that's defrauding by false pretense. You take, but with consent. The only thing is that the consent is procured by fraud, back down. That's the distinction between stealing and defrauding by false pretense. One, only consent is wrong. Two, over consent. However, that consent only is back into no, and not like charges are yeah, they are bonus, and then they say, you and stealing charge. The prosecutor here said, obviously, as a Padiana or fire, 9 years here. But I say, 9 years. Now, baby, I will have a Padiana so call you. And yet, you are now, you can't have buying that. If you will need your home, and say, idea of buying, and for instance, Uncle Koba say, this DNC Communication Limited, like despite for different groups of companies. In the SDR, at the end of every month, salary increase. I think hello FM. Annie. Good. If you are this month, hello FM. You can say my name. Advert man. Big FM and your my okay more. Not German that a big Big FM. And you come hello FM. So this month, we use the infantile salary. What are that?
Meet you, pa.
And then yes, but a company money that is getting just right group of companies account directly from the private company account. That becomes a problem.
Okay.
That becomes a problem. That becomes a problem. And it's not me. You with the little experience and the work. I can't say that you and you're good enough there. Defense, effort that you put you out in the public. The possible defense is that of Gabi. Well, we say when you're jury trial for stealing, and you want that. In a better evaluation the evidence, I will be so hold this to yourself. In fact, when you pull that channel from the senior, I said, this is not a good strategy now. Hold it. The last time you said, journalist, Oladomos, and the crash idea. The late Joshua Church.
Yeah, National Security Coordinator.
Then, say, open account. Say, Onunyan for Joshua Church. Who was him?
Yeah.
Okay. Also, at your class, this player of class. October 2018. The transaction is really standing in 2 years. January to March 2020. Joshua tell me, no, second of the
Aye. COVID is aye.
Exactly. So how do you use a letter written in 2018 as a defense for authorizing capital funds 2 years after the fact? Huh? That's the defense and keep some of this to themselves.
Okay. Lord, Mamma now was a pan a year ready case in so ABC, minimum so more return date is quadia, returning date.
Say almost a idea accused not try to over influence and it's a Lebanon there's a fire within the fire. Because where you are making prayers when you find a bill conditions or others should be varied. Because I can say because bill relates to liberty issues. Also barrier need to an application to vary the bill conditions. We must give a hearing. So it's almost like a trial within a trial. In the meantime, that is on for more like remand. While the issues that were transferred by interfere will be looked into. So let's see how it goes. It's not an easy task doing criminal defense. Like I told you, the fact is it's not an easy task at all. So maybe I'll just do it that so the school head in all these matters.
Lord, Madam Sanopay. Measurement last, that's lawyer Godwin Eddie Tamakloe, and I know I train common wire MPA boss, private legal practitioner, and then I train common.
OKFM 101.7.